What's up everybody, once again my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina of Time 3D. In the last episode, we scaled the Death Mountain Trail, past the blocked entrance to Dodongo Cavern, and made our way into the Goron City. Now, in order to obtain the second spiritual stone, we actually need to get into Dodongo Cavern, see what's up in there, and put a stop to it. We learned that Ganondorf blocked the entrance, which has put the Gorons at risk of extinction because they can't get to those tasty rocks on the inside. So we gotta prove ourselves a man to Darunia and save the entire Goron race, because, you know, that's what heroes do. We do hero-type stuff. Anyways, if you guys remember, the entrance to Dodongo Cavern, although it's blocked, it was about halfway up Death Mountain Trail. We couldn't do anything about it then, but now that we have the Goron's bracelet and we can pick up bomb flowers, we can come over to this bomb flower over here, pick it up, and just chuck it right over the edge. And hopefully that lands close to the rock, and that blast radius is large enough to blow up the entrance to Dodongo Cavern. And now we can go inside. Before we do that, though, I just want to come over here, and although I'm not the type of guy that normally shows off glitches and stuff like that in the Let's Plays, but there's a piece of heart sitting right there, and it is just taunting me, and there is something that we can do right now to get it. So you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry, I'm gonna do this glitch, and we're just gonna get this piece of heart. So let's throw this bomb out of our way, and let's sort of target ourselves just like this. And if we get, that is not what I want to do. Basically, you want to do, hang on, get this bomb flower out of the way again. And getting the right angle for this is honestly the hardest part. But if we just, come on, work with me, Circle Pad. Oh, come on. This is never this hard. But there, if we do that, we can fall on the ledge and just pick up this piece of heart like so. And getting the piece of heart actually refills all of your hearts, so any damage that you did take from the fall instantly gets restored. Not a bad deal. Now, before we go inside the Dodongo Cavern, let's drop our bugs right in here and get ourselves Gold Skulltula. And actually, you know what? Let's try to clone our bugs, because you know what? I'm interested to see if this works. So, let's do that. Actually, let's wait for the Gold Skulltula to pop out first, and then we'll attempt it. Since we're right by Kakariko anyways, it's not really gonna hurt if it doesn't work. Hey, don't you hit me back, Gold Skulltula. Alright, there we go. Another one bites the dust. Alright, let's come over here, drop our first set of bugs. Get out of there. Alright, so 3 of them did drop. Let's try picking up one of them. And I still see one on the ground, so provided that I can get my next bottle out, and hey, look at that, it actually worked! So, technically in a way you can clone bugs. It's not as easy as in the N64 version, but I'll take what I can get. You just need to make sure you have 2 empty bottles then, or at least 1 empty bottle and 1 full with bugs already, so not a bad deal. Anyways, though, let's just grab this bomb flower, blow up this rock, and this will gain us access to the second temple, which is Dodongo Cavern. Alright, now this, although it's the second temple, is still very easy and still very linear. It looks like there are many lava pits around here, so watch your step. Oh, thanks, Navi. I didn't realize this orange, yellow, glowing hot liquid was lava. I thought it was hot sauce. I mean, they're still equally as hot, but I mean, at least I can digest one of them. Anyways, this enemy right here is a Beamos. They shoot lasers out of their eyes, and although that's kind of awesome, it's not really good for us because they kind of want us dead. Real quick though, before we start the dungeon, let's blow up this one little rock. And behind it is a chest which contains the very first stereotypical dungeon item, which is the dungeon map. Alright, so now we won't get lost. Let's take this bomb flower though and actually blow up this Beamos. That's actually how you kill these guys. You target their face, throw a bomb at it, and they explode. Although if you threw a bomb at anyone's face and it exploded, they would probably die too, so I guess that's to be expected. There is a business scrub down at the end of that hallway that will sell you a Deku Shield, should yours actually burn. Yes, the Deku Shields can burn because they're made of wood. And for that reason alone, I would, recommend keeping your Hylian Shield out this entire time since it is fire resistant. If you get hit by a fire bat, or I believe if you fall in lava actually, the Deku Shield will just burn away. So you might need to buy one from that business scrub should that happen. Real quick, let's grab this bomb and bring it down here because there's another cracked wall that we can blow through. And in fact, there's another one over here, but behind that is just a gossip stone, and they don't really do much, so I just want to point out that it's there, but I am not going to... How did that not blow up? Was it because I was out of frame or something? Did I throw the bomb too far, maybe? That should have blown up, honestly. Alright, I'm watching you. Come on, wall. There you go. That was strange. Maybe I threw it too far and just didn't notice it. I don't know. Anyways, check it out. It's a baby Dodongo. Oh, they're so cute. But yeah, there's a Dodongo infestation. That's why it's called Dodongo's Cavern. We can actually use these baby Dodongos to our advantage because if you slash one with your sword, they don't die. Instead, they actually blow up. And well, as you can see, you can use it to blow up holes in walls, which grants us access to this room. And inside here, there's a few keys, but more importantly, a gold Skulltula for us to collect. Alright, 1, 2, get in my shoe, gold Skulltula, because that's where I'm apparently putting all of these now. Now that we've got that, though, we can actually go back to the main dungeon and start making some progress. Get out of here, Dodongos. You're so annoying. Baby Dodongos, actually. You're so annoying. I mean, you're kind of cute, though. If I could have a pet in Zelda, it would probably be a baby Dodongo. They're not that vicious, and they only explode if you hit them, so you know what? They'd be nice pets to have. And I guess they're kind of lizards, and like lizards, geckos, and chameleons were like, when I was a kid, those were like the coolest things ever to me for whatever reason. Like, if there was any animal that I wanted, it was always a chameleon, just because they could like blend in and stuff. Anyways, as you saw, we need to weight down that button back there. If you stood on it and let go of it, the door would just lock again, so you need to weight it down using that statue. Anyways, over here we have another new enemy. These are Lizalfos. They are incredibly obnoxious. As you can see, they sort of run away from you. They're very easy to guard against, though, so you just hit them once and then you can sort of turtle under them. I believe they take like somewhere between 2 and 4 jump attacks, I believe, to kill them. After you do a certain amount of damage to one of them, they will run away, and then you have to pretty much target the other guy until he runs away, so that way you can target the original guy again. So yeah, fighting them is pretty much like doing a dance routine. You just gotta go back and forth between the two of them and kill them sort of in parallel. Now, which one is running away from me right now? I don't even know. I think it's this guy, actually. Hey, alright, you know what? We need to coordinate our attack patterns because this is clearly not working for us. Alright, you come over here, friend. Just come down peacefully. Just die peacefully. And, ha! There you go, I sidestepped. Oh, I'll sidestep again. There you go, yeah. I got combat skills. You don't even know about my combat skills. Now, sometimes the camera doesn't actually work like it should have. Like, in that cutscene it worked, but sometimes if you're in a wrong area, it won't show where you are in relation to the door, and you can actually get lost in this room very easily. I've done that many a times before. Anyways, though, as you can see, there's another cracked wall, so let's pick up this bomb and blow it up. Now, behind it is just another business scrub. That's not going to make it, is it? I have no faith that, yeah, I knew that wasn't going to work. Behind this wall, though, is another business scrub. I believe he's going to sell you Deku sticks for like 10 to 20 rupees or something like that. We don't need it, though. As you can see, we have a ton of Deku sticks, which we should equip, by the way. So let's do that real quick. We're going to use those in a minute, so it is kind of important. But over here, we have a normal Dodongo. This isn't a baby Dodongo at all. These guys are a little bit more vicious. They blow fire and have sort of that spinny tail attack. If you get behind them, they're pretty much useless. But after you kill them, like the babies, they do explode. Now, I believe there's like 3 of them total in this room, so let's just go ahead and take them all out real quick. I think it's like 2 jump attacks to the tail, or apparently 1 jump attack to the tail. It would be nice if you guys all had like the same amount of damage, or if you took all the same amount of damage. But I guess I'm not going to complain if they only go down in 1 hit. And, oh, see, this guy didn't take 1 jump attack, so I don't even know. I honestly don't know. Oh, he's took 2, alright. So now that all of those are gone out of the way, what do you say we light all of these torches with our Deku stick right here? Let's try and run and get all of them at the same time. See if we can do it with 1 stick. There's 1. There's 2, and can we get the 3rd one? Yes, we can. Fantastic. Now we can go to the next area. Let's try and save that Deku stick. I believe we saved it. And now we are back in the main hub of the dungeon. This opens up that locked door that was on the left side if you were like coming in, facing the giant Dodongo skull that's right in the front of this cavern. So let's run past this Beamos and get over that locked door before this platform goes back down. Sweet. So like I said, this dungeon is very linear in the fact that basically you have to do one side to get access to another side, to get access to the second floor, to get access to the other side, second floor. It's not really confusing at all, really. I mean, there's really only one way you can complete this dungeon, and crap, I am so bad at throwing bomb flowers. That's not going to make it, is it? Oh, it did! Wow, okay, cool. Well, that actually works for me. And inside this room is yet another new enemy. This is going to be a Armos, I believe. So what I like to do for these guys is pick up a bomb, sort of get their attention, and come on, get your attention, and then sort of drop the bomb or throw it at them. It kills them, but you do take a little bit of damage, so, I mean, it might not be the best way to do it, but it is kind of effective. You got to give it that. Let's open up this chest, though, because inside it we are going to get the second stereotypical dungeon item, which is the compass, which now will allow us to see where all the chests are, but I know where they are anyway, so not necessary to me, but you might want to pick it up. Anyways, now that is done, let's take this bomb flower yet again and start a massive chain reaction, and this will actually grant us access to the second floor. Check it out, guys. It's Ocarina of Time, as directed by Michael Bay. And now that we have access to the second floor, what do you say we head up there and see what's going on? Come on, cutscene. There you go. That cutscene, for whatever reason, like the last few seconds make no sense. Like the stairs are already down. Like it should just cut it off there. Anyways, though, let's climb these rather large steps for Link. And I do want to point out one Skulltula that is actually right over here. So if you look up, there's a Skulltula right there, but we can't get it just yet. So we'll have to come back a little bit later. And I gotta say, that is one thing that I do dislike about this game. I really wish they would make it so you can just get all the Skulltulas in one go and not have to come back with different items. But, whatever. It does make sense because sort of the whole backtracking thing is a big part of this game, and you'll see that later on, but for now, just keep in mind that it's still there. Plus, there's one in the Deku Tree we still need to go back and get later as well. And now that I think about it, after we complete this temple, we could technically go back to the Deku Tree to get that. There's another gold Skulltula over here that we can actually get right now, so let's just climb these vines and get it. It might not seem like you can climb the vines because there's nothing behind it, but trust me, you can. So moving on to this next room, there are fire keys in here. So if you have your Deku Shield equipped, switch over to the Hylian Shield. If you get hit by the fire keys, your shield is going to burn. And I would just recommend keeping the Hylian Shield on because you never use your Deku Shield in this temple anyways. This statue right here is a Armos, so don't activate him. You can actually just come around back, move this statue, which isn't Armos, out of the way, which will let you climb up here and activate this button. Now this should grant us access to the second floor of the second half of this dungeon because there's going to be a bridge across over the main hub, so you know, it's very, very linear. It's just going back and forth between the sides really, so you can't really do this any other way. So the map, it's kind of pointless here, to be completely honest with you. Anyways, when you come over here, don't go down the ladder, jump in the middle, because Navi's going to tell you, well, you never know what's going to be around the corners in these narrow paths, so use L-Target to always look in the proper direction. It is kind of a useful technique, but if you jump in the middle, you can pretty much just run through these other razor blades that are around there and get over to this block, which, by the way, if you pull it out all the way, there's a heart behind it. Since I'm technically at full, or I'm already at full health, I'm not going to bother doing that. Instead, I'm going to climb the ladder and come over here where this chest is. I believe this is just another 20 rupees. But hey, you know what? I will take all the money I can. I really want this bomb flower, though, because if we time it correctly and throw it up at this wall, wait for it to blink, throw it up, and now we have access to the next part of the dungeon. Alright, oh, check it out. We got some fire in front of us, but no worries. There's an eye switch up here. So hitting that will extinguish the fire, allowing us to progress through this dungeon a little bit more. We are almost done with the main section of this dungeon. There is technically like another little part afterwards, but it's not that hard. And oh crap, we have another Lizalfos fight here. Alright, come on guys, let's coordinate our fights together and make this one quick. And guard, parry, let's go. Alright, yeah, you run away from me. So after 2 jump attacks, they run oh, that was close. After 2 jump attacks, they do run away. Come here, buddy. Let's dance, if you will. Alright, you're gonna run away now? Good, okay, cool. Let's go after this guy. Don't you run from me. Just fight me like a man, you lizard thing. And, well, you died. Sorry. I expected you to put up a little bit more of a fight than that, but oh well. And you as well die, please, sir. Come on, alright, just attack me. And die. Alright, now die. Thank you so much for dying. Now, before we enter this door, I just want to point out that we are actually above the area where we've had our first Lizalfos fight. So if you come out all the way to the end there are 2 hearts, but again, being at full health, I don't need them. So I'm going to pass that up for now. Instead, let's go through this door, and Oh no! Another fire puzzle! Whatever will we do? Aim at the eye switch. But wait! There's more fire puzzles! Call in the next 10 minutes and you have to aim to the left! That was the worst, like, infomercial ever. Anyways, though, let's head over here, and this should lead us back out to that room with all the little razor blades going across the floor. Let's come up over here, open this chest, and get ourselves the dungeon item. Which in this case is going to be a bomb bag, which comes with 20 bombs. So our Goron bracelet is already kind of useless. I mean, now we have our own bombs to carry around. Real quick, behind this breakable wall is 2 business scrubs. They will sell you Deku nuts and Deku seeds, I believe. And since I don't really need any, I'm going to forego getting those for now. That switch, as you can see, creates a shortcut to getting back up here. And let's see what this little stone glyph says. Giant dead Dodongo. When it sees red, a new way to go will open up. Well, that's kind of a hint of what we have to do. So, real quick, let's equip our newly acquired bombs. And go back over to the other side of the cavern real quick, because there's actually a broken wall that we can go through. And I believe there's a chest on the other side as well. According to our compass, at least there is. There it is. And inside this chest is probably just some rupees. Yep, 5 rupees. There we go. Now, what we actually want to do is take our newly acquired bombs, go to the very, very edge of these holes in the bridge, and drop a bomb down there. And hopefully that was close enough. And hey, check it out. One of the eyes turned red. Well, let's do it to the other side. Oh, come on. That should have totally fallen down there. Like, every time I do this, at least one of the bombs always gets caught on an edge. But that ought to do it. And there we go. Both eyes are red. And check it out. We have access to another area of the dungeon. But we will explore that area in the next episode. So, once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.